Since Path of Exile's release, there's been a single figure obscured in pure mystery. More information flows freely about the deadly harbingers, the tragedy of the Val civilization's collapse, and even the eldritch horrors from beyond the reality of Wraeclast than the mysterious being. Her name is Kalandra. Greetings and well met, this is Talkative Try. Today we're diving into what we know about PoE's most mysterious piece of lore and what might await us in PoE's 3.19 expansion, Lake of Kalandra. Let's begin. So, what is there to know about Kalandra? Well, we know so little, and most of the knowledge is pure speculation. Here's a rundown of the facts first. The rarest and most valuable currency item in the game is called the Mirror of Kalandra. It allows us to duplicate normal, magic, and rare items. It's only obtained through 5 methods: finding one on the ground, combining 20 mirror shards, or turning in a complete set of House of Mirrors, Emperor's Luck, or the Void. However, currently, the Mirror of Kalandra itself is the only item or in-game aspect in Path of Exile that directly references Kalandra at all. A sealed prophecy once existed called Kalandra's Craft, but that's been sunset along with Navali and almost all of Prophecy. The House of Mirrors divination card says nothing of Kalandra, and even the mirror itself has no flavor text. 2 additional notes about the Mirror of Kalandra as an item before looking at its art. It can be, or used to be able to, could not confirm myself, sold to NPC vendors for either Song of the Sirens and Reefbane. Both are unique fishing rods. There's no need to swim into the fishing abyss lurking in PoE's lore, but it is interesting given 3.19's name, Lake of Kalandra. Back to real analysis. We can attempt to dissect the Mirror of Kalandra's art for clues, but there's not much there. It's a mirror with wings on either side alongside 3 spheres embedded along its rim. Hey, wait. That's the Path of Exile logo. The Mirror of Kalandra is the Path of Exile logo, but what could that mean? PoE is a game all about items, and the Mirror of Kalandra is the pinnacle currency related to items, but that's about it. And that's not really a factual lore-based hint. Is it? We'll discuss this more later, but here's a bit of a teaser. Something, this world is an illusion, Exile. Alright, now for the rest of the facts. Wait a moment. My script just moves on to speculation. That cannot be right. Let me check my notes. Yep, that's it. That's all the canon lore about Kalandra. We indeed know so little. And while that is quite true, there are a few pieces of hidden knowledge we think we know about Kalandra. Here they are. A quick preview. The best theories are the first and last. Unique items are supposed to be unique, one of a kind, unreproducible. However, we can find duplicates of unique items throughout our rampage across Wraeclast. It doesn't matter how rare or powerful the item is. Mage Blood, Headhunter, Dying Sun, Void Forge, thousands of dupes are found during any one league. However, legend has it each unique item has an original, a source object that, somehow, was duplicated and spread throughout Wraeclast. What item can duplicate items in-game? The Mirror of Kalandra. Of course, it cannot dupe already mirrored items, which, if the theory is correct, would mean unique items are mirrored and therefore cannot be duped. The theory? Kalandra is the source of all the unique items we find across Wraeclast, from the lowly Calm Sign to the sharp Paradoxica. However, their duping, unlike that of regular mirror items, left them imperfect and slightly alterable. Their sockets can be changed, their values altered with divine orbs. The original unique items, they are the objects at their highest power value. This mystery is emboldened by the polished reliquary scarab's flavor text, which reads, "As the best of our lore keepers, honored Sumai, it is now your task to investigate the mysterious duplication of artifacts of power." If this is true, Kalandra would be a truly magnificent creature, a powerful patron, ally, or foe with the potential to use the original unique items against us or for us. She would be respected and feared not only by us, but all of Wraeclast. Onward to the next point of speculation. En route to our battle with innocence and alliance with sin, there are numerous stained glass windows that depict their origins. In these art pieces, they have a mysterious mother who is unnamed. Some have speculated that their mother is Kalandra. The basis of this speculation is not sturdy. There's no real foundation behind it besides the art and the fact that some view sin as a reflection of innocence. Not a whole lot there, and not a lot I could find in game, which also goes for speculation point 3, but not for number 4. Kalandra's only association in-game is the Mirror of Kalandra, which is a mirror. Queen Atziri, the final ruler of the Val, was incredibly vain and obsessed with her appearance, so much so she held court in a room lined with mirrors. Thus, from any position in the room, she could see herself. In addition, when we fight her, she creates reflections or copies of herself, and what is one of them holding? A mirror. Thus, perhaps, Kalandra was in some way associated with Queen Atziri, as Doriani was. While Doriani was Atziri's thaumaturgist, Kalandra was Atziri's mirror maker. A coincidence? Honestly, I think so. But the final theory? I think not. The first few acts of Path of Exile 1 place emphasis on the idea the world we live in is not real. Recently, in the real world, this idea has gained a lot of steam via the concept of simulation theory. The simulation theory states the entire universe, including us, is not real. It's merely an experiment run by some wildly advanced society's supercomputer. You're not real, I'm not real, your mother's not real, the object you're looking at or holding, not real. Path of Exile? Not real. The world of Path of Exile might be the same. A simulation or a game of some sort created by someone. A reflection or mirrored version, if you will, of some other real world. A few people in Wraeclast may have realized this, like Dominus, who confidently states, "This world is an illusion, Exile," before promptly turning into a disfigured abomination and getting himself killed by us. But GGG may be even more meta than that. Remember what we discussed a little bit ago? How the Mirror of Kalandra is literally the logo of Path of Exile. Could GGG be hinting that the game, Path of Exile, a virtual world in which we can simulate being a hyper-powered individual who slays monsters and amasses extreme amounts of wealth and items, is actually the game of some entity in the world's lore? I think so. This is further supported by the fact that every league and/or expansion is viewed as a different reality of Wraeclast. The timeline of Legion is different to that of Scourge, Blight, Ritual, or Sentinel. Each logo, which is a mirror of Kalandra, gives a glimpse into that particular time of the game, all of which are reflections of the core Path of Exile experience. This entity could be quite meta, in control of every multiversal version of Wraeclast. And this entity's name? Kalandra. Unless GGG is pulling a bait and switch of unprecedented magnitude, the 3.19 expansion of Path of Exile 1, titled Lake of Kalandra, is about to provide more knowledge about Kalandra. We've gone over what we know, and what we think we know about Kalandra, but with the expansion approaching, what more can we speculate about? That's for part 2 of this short series about Path of Exile's most mysterious figure, which will be released very shortly before Lake of Kalandra launches on August 19, 2022. Might we see the real Wraeclast through the Lake of Kalandra? Time will soon tell. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and like the video, subscribe with the sub-notification bell on for more content, and drop a comment below. What do you think about Kalandra? Will we find out more about her in 3.19, or is GGG going to blindside us? Let me know. Farewell until the next video, fellow Exile.